Francisco! One, two, three! Make some motherfucking noise!
So how long has it been since Biohazard?
Well, the thing is, Biohazard is still an entity. We've never broken up. We're just kind of on a long hiatus right now. The last album we put out, Means to an End, was released in, I guess it was released in '05, in late '05. So it's actually not even a year ago it was released. And everybody's working on different music projects. You know, I have a new band. Billy has band, Suicide City. Danny has a new band, Blood Clot. Scott's playing with Danny. My band doesn't have a name yet, but you're going to hear it, I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Well, I grew up on rock music generally, and Biohazard was like an expression of like my anger and my emotions through rock music. And when we started Biohazard, in its first inception, 1987, I was 19 years old, and a completely different place. It was almost 20 years ago. A completely different place in my life. My music it's very spiritual. It's very inspired. It's very sexual, and it still taps into that. The riffs I write still tap into the primal thing of Biohazard, where it's like it makes you want to just pound on something. But what I'm singing in my new band is very, very melodic. It's exploring whole new places for me, and you hear my influences. You can hear that I like Jim Morrison, and you can hear that I like Led Zeppelin, and you can hear that I like the Misfits, and you hear that I like Motorhead, and you can hear that I like the Chili Peppers, and you definitely hear that I love Bad Religion and shit like that. And I like to just make what feels right to me. It wasn't like I set out to say I want to make a punk band or I want to make anything. It's just everything I do, even if I do hip hop, it's rock. What I do is rock. Rock.
For all those who've seen Biohazard before, you know this one. How many of y'all seen Biohazard before? Well, then you know there ain't no black and there ain't no white in our world. There are only shades of gray.
You give me about my picture, break and empire. Who are you to infringe your values upon me? Stepping on my toes, you put my back to the wall. Back into the wall. I've been told 1,000 times to give respect when to. I find it so hard to believe I got none for you, motherfucker. In my heart, in my mind, and I'll always follow. I will not break the will of my bones, although that machine had tried before. Why are people fake? Maybe you're rising, alright. It's your mistake. I'm gonna do my own thing regardless. My choice to make. I am real, in touch with my feelings, and I know my place. You have shown the other half, both sides of your face. I see the world in a different light. Things not always black or white. Through all these years, still to this day, my heart and eyes see only shades of gray. I would never try and tell you what was from the wrong. Maybe that's why I think that I don't belong. Always put me down, but things I didn't done. Did you see that's the wall that can't be won? A war that can't be won. Living in the walls is no clear concise. Shutting out reality makes everything so nice. Find a bloody bunch of pocket one every day. See my counter killing, putting shades of gray.
Maritime Hall, let me see your motherfucking hands in the air. Let me see your motherfucking hands in the air. Maybe you're
Biohazard fans are, you know, if you're watching this, you're probably a Biohazard fan, and I don't have to explain to you, you know, your level of dedication. Biohazard fans, by the hundreds of thousands, wear the mark, wear the tattoo, wear the symbol as a symbol of our brotherhood and our unity. And Biohazard fans, you know, have been my family and still are, and I'm still, you know, with things like MySpace and the internet, you know, I hear from hundreds of Biohazard fans every day. And I hope they're going to check out some of my new music. I hope they check out Billy and Danny's new bands. I hope that we can bring them some more Biohazard in the future. You know, it's weird. You never think you're going to be sitting in this chair doing the interview like, what happened? Where are you now? I mean, we haven't really played a concert in over 2 years, Biohazard. We used to, in the 90s, we played an average of 300 shows a year, which is
jam-packed.
It's, you know, it's like working overtime. You know,
You were known for doing a lot of touring.
and Biohazard was always known as the working class guys, we're working class band. You know, our values weren't like, let's sit in the studio and write the big hit so we can, you know, play as few shows as possible. It was never about money. It was never about anything more than just doing what it is we wanted to do, and that was write music to make people move, to create a positive release for everybody's negative energy, our own first, and our fans who felt what we felt. When we were 4 kids in Brooklyn starting a band in the late 80s, we never thought, we dreamed and hoped, but we never imagined that, you know, it's 19 years along that we're creeping up on 4 million worldwide albums sold without one spin on commercial radio.
Step to this!
I watch you push up from the outside in. You disrespect and hate. You think you're better than your fellow man. Control my fear, you seal your fate.
How could you step on me? Violate and claim hate me, but I'm just like you.
Like you,
Dr. Blood, I'm only human.
I resist the pressure to be who you want me to be. I resist the pressure. I resist so I am free. I see right through your condescending way as you look down on me. But I can never stand in shows like you. I resist so I am free.
My piece of mind will set me free, but I'm just like you.
Like you,
Let your blood in me a revolution.
I resist the pressure to be who you want me to be. I resist the pressure. I resist so I am free.
Let's move it.
I resist so I am
I resist the pressure to be who you want me to be.
I resist the pressure. I resist so I am free. I resist the pressure to be who you want me to be. I resist the pressure. I resist so I am free.
Richie was our first manager. We hired him as our manager because he was the biggest guy we knew, physically. And he knew a lot of people. Richie was awesome. He used to work the door and all the. In the mid to late '80s, the New York club scene erupted with a lot of the first like trendy clubs that like, you know, had the drag queen at the door and you had to get picked to get in, and the designer drugs and the models. You can get fucked in the bathroom, and it was amazing. And Richie worked the door a lot of stuff. Needless to say, I was visiting some of them. I was the guy with the long hair and the tattoos and the trendy club. And I was the guy, if Richie wasn't at the door, probably wouldn't have been let in because I wasn't as avant-garde as these folks. But Richie helped us put together our first shows. Our first out-of-town show ever was we went to play the WUST Radio Hall in Washington, D.C. And we met a friend of ours, Tony Tidbits, there. He's a military guy. And on the drive down, I was driving the truck. We used to get a box truck, put 20 guys in the back of the truck with equipment. We'd let all sleep and lay back there banging around with the gear. We blew the engine on this truck that our manager Richie's girlfriend borrowed from her job. And we were stranded. We had no money. We got stuck in D.C. We all got our first tattoos there. This is 1987. I got my first ever. You can zoom in on that thing if you want.
For sure.
Biohazard. My first tattoo was that little Biohazard tattoo. I remember thinking how cool it was.
San Francisco, the Mecca of metal. One question for you all. You ready? What makes us tick? We're mentally sick. Feelings inside that drive us like fire. Or emotional state from a friend that has died. What makes us feel worth incredibly high?
Dancing in silhouette from the light you live. When we all make prayers, when we end up deep breath.
Some vintage rain in the past day. And it's with society, we drown in anxiety. Experts come to show, and we never down. And we got nothing, what makes us tick?
How bad God is sick, but we've been in a thing. We must be a mistake to what makes us tick. As we come to show how we kill the good. I'm gonna think what makes us tick. Everybody break out.
Can you feel the pain that I feel? So let me tell you about what is real. The pain inside it kills me, I cry.
So what is it that makes us tick?
Can you hear the cries that I cry? Let me alone, I'm ready to die. But we are lies to fight, am I denied?
What is it that makes us tick?
Can you feel the pain that I feel? So let me tell you about what is real. The pain inside it kills me, I cry.
What is it that makes us tick?
Okay, this is a fact. The first record deal we landed was with a company called Maze America. They're a Canadian-based company, and the guy who owned the company, Zoran Busak, never paid Biohazard for the first album. And if you see this motherfucker, bring him to me, because we calculated he owes us somewhere in the tune of, I don't know, $4 or $5 million. So if I could do anything different, probably the only thing that I would do would be to have turned that guy upside down and shook him. Or maybe not sign that first deal. We had offered some other deals, but going back to a question you asked me before, who helped shape us? I would say outside of our first manager Richie and our second manager Scott Koenig, who worked for us at Rush Artist Management with Russell Simmons, Leo Cohen, and they managed. They had Beastie Boys and Public Enemy and Biohazard and Slayer and under the same Def Jam, Def American. Back in those days. I would have to say Pete Steele from Carnivore. Later on, Typo Negative was probably my single biggest musical influence. And I used to roadie for Carnivore when I was a teenager and into my 20s even. When I had time, if I wasn't roadieing, I was there at the show. There were 3 pieces of music that I heard that cause I really grew up on metal, and although I liked punk, it wasn't the thing for me. And when I heard in 1980, I want to say it was 1985, right after graduating high school, I heard the Cro-Mags demo. The demo to Age of Quarrel. And I was just like, it was like seeing the light. It was that eye-opening to me. And
right about now, it's time to step over to the wrong side of the tracks. All you old school motherfuckers, let's go. Get down the water on the front of the track. Get on the board to jump in the back. Stand all together, can't see opposed. We got more brethren. Now we are chose on the wrong side of the track. On the wrong side of the track. Escalation for the streets. That's what Southern he has been. What you see, what you get. Talk motherfucker will soon be buried on the wrong side of the track. On the wrong side of the track. And when you're in Brooklyn or motherfucking San Francisco, California, you'd best watch your back. Boom. Pick it up, pick it up. Take it damn long, you be singing this song, cause I'm the motherfucker from the road. Side off the track. Yo, help around the way, you better not stray on the road. Side off the track. The 5-0 didn't know where to go, never should have stepped on the road. Side off the track. He knew so good to go, gotta get back to the wrong side of the track. Yeah, across the track, no one takes your back. Across the track. Across the track, no one takes your back. Across the track. I'm a B-boy, getting in my hardcore stance. Up me, give it a microphone for a button my pants. Bad order language, my language polluted. Violent heavyweight. Hey, still an unit. Boys in the gang wanna see me hang with a hammer bells bang on the rain. Side on the track. When the devil get burned, I get burned on side of the track. Yeah, across the track, no one takes your back. Across the track. Across the track, no one takes your back. Across the track, yo, across the track. Yeah, motherfucker.
I remember I hadn't been affected by music like that, and you know, it had been maybe the last time I was that turned upside down by music was the first time I heard Judas Priest.
The Age of Quarrel?
Yeah. First time I heard Judas Priest, I was hanging out in the projects, and my friend Scotty Milch gave me headphones with Unleashed in the East on, and I heard Exciter, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know, at that time it was all about Black Sabbath for me, and Jimi Hendrix, and I remember hearing Judas Priest, and then in the same listening session hearing the first Iron Maiden album. just being like, what the fuck? What am I missing? You know, like you think you go out. I went out and got every single thing I could get from both of those
Started
bands.
turning your gears, yeah.
And it really got me into writing music, those two bands. But when I heard the Cro-Mags, The Age of Quarrel, it was like a defining moment for me. It was the demo, and the Harley's bass sound, and the syncopation of the bass and drums, and the raw primal essence that is hardcore. And for me, hardcore was, you know, East Coast. You know, our hardcore had a metal side to it. You know, where West Coast people refer to what they call hardcore. You know, even though I live in California now, you know, I'm always East Coast forever. I love it out here in California, but I still have my house in New York. On the West Coast, people refer to circle jerks as hardcore. The only West Coast band that back in those days that I referred to as hardcore was Suicidal Tendencies. You know, so I'm like, Suicidal, I always thought was the West Coast Biohazard. Because we both had like our own crews, our own followings, our own people, our own styles of music, and they were kind of similar in a lot of ways. And
You gotta turn around to anybody who tries to keep you down, anybody who tries to kill your dream, anybody who tries to stop you from doing what it is that you believe in, and say, you'll never break me down!
Rap was something that people were doing in dance music, and then Public Enemy came out, and they were fucking pissed. And it was like, I was like, I can put this in my playlist. You know, I can play the Cult, AC/DC, Carnivore, and the Cro-Mags, and then I can play fucking Public Enemy. You know, and I remember, you know, the first Boogie Down Productions, Criminal Minded, kind of that Scotland rock stuff, very, very influential on Biohazard. And unconsciously, and also not being a trained singer, being a kid, you know, from the neighborhood, I I felt like me and Billy developed our vocal style to be this kind of rhythmic habada 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 habada. Partially because we weren't great singers, you know, and my favorite singers of my life are all people who don't have the great conventional voice. I love Jimi Hendrix. He's not a great singer, but he sings great, you know.
Yeah.
It's like Apollo Creed said, Rocky, you fight great, but I'm a great fighter, you know. And that's what, you know, life is about. It's necessity being the mother of invention, and constantly, you know, rolling with the punches and figuring out what you can, how to do the best with what you have, and how to make the most of what you got. And I was like, you know what, I don't have although I grew up in metal, I don't have a metal voice, you know. I had a rhythmic voice, and I found my groove in my pocket.
Tales from the hard side. Tales from the hard side. Hard side.
When you chose to the night, and the Minotaur pulls him into your sight. The world of the glass you reach so in the line. Every time you see your scenes, drop a bell crack. Living and your legs all from a conscience.
Feeling your feeling, move out my back. Turn when you get to the dry day. Signing, push, and down, and out. So, the final was it over. Let me see on the hard side, motherfuckers in here tonight. Tales from the hard side. Hard side.
Another bad hand, the cards have been dealt. Get out 14, your eyes are racing hell. They got your head and rushing with the powerful will. Don't fire, all metal. All the knives on the
Shit
shell.
all right, my business is about you. If you want to survive, be prepared to shoot. They are like me about a new world.
I'm going to put a 925 with an L.
Signing, push, and down, and out. So, the final was it all about. Religion, faith, can we do without? Social pressures, way too short. Tales from the hard side. Tales from the hard side. Hard side. Tales from the hard side. Hard side. Go, 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 go. Motherfucker, I'm gonna blow your head for the color of your skin. My name who the fuck let you in? I'll do it mine, do it your own time.
Eyes are facing in the rim mine.
Signing, push, and down, and out. So, the final was it all about. Religion, faith, can we do without? Social pressure, way too strong. We were always better live than we were on our albums, because the album's a snapshot in time of when you make
when you first came up with the songs and you put them together, and this was our take on that song. After you playing that song for 5 or 10 years, and you come up with all the hooks to it, and you figure out how to do the little live stuff, and you go, "You'll never break me down." You know, you come up with a way to make. You know, the Biohazard show wasn't a band just playing some songs. It was like an urban tribal ceremony, and that was our whole deal. We wanted to create something that was in between a cage fight and a concert and fucking. You know what I mean? Like, to be in the pit at the concert at the Biohazard show, it was to be part of something.
Everything we go through in our lives, all the hard times, all the hardships we go through, makes us who we are today. And what doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. These eyes have seen. So many things these eyes have seen. People are met, a blaze up there and you see morale. One maintains with the game, with the pain, the strain, on the brain, a reality plane to weigh you down, make you insane, man, and only found city hard to go just like me, angry at my eye, love all they did. Love all they say. Playing with the skin if it turns a leather, mind of a youth, foster weather, and a soul on a sense, my parent appears, brain all this sweet the fears, manifestation. The rage runs deep over the air of sanity. Thoughts creep, body reaction, bitter and mean. Proud what these eyes have seen.
These eyes have seen, and human son. I hold my breath with all my might, like anyone else from our own hell. It seems unseen, the things I've seen. I hold my breath with all my might. These eyes have seen, and human life.
1, 2, 3, go! Look at us, how many ways a day? Body, living right, baby. Do your thing, do the work, I can tell you that I want to get your life out of it. Baby, don't spill, bad and dirty, shake and see, words spoken, death, burning drugs all around, he died and see you shit. Go! Down!
These eyes have seen, and human sight. I hold my breath with all my might, like anyone else from our own hell. It seems unseen, the things I've seen.
We grew up, we had records, okay? There was no music on TV. It was the Ed Sullivan Show, and there was nothing good on there except the one time Kiss was on there in the Stones. We had records and we had magazines, and we used to go to the comic book store to get like the Cream magazine or Teen Beat or Tiger Beat, and I would rip out the pages with the pictures of Kiss, because you could imagine if you could never see your favorite band if you didn't know what Green Day looked like, except for the one picture on the back of on the back of the album. We had to use our imaginations, and I sound fucking old, but I'm living the young life. I fuck young girls all the time. That's been the secret to my life, what my wife lets me. First time I saw a video clip of Gene Simmons with the big axe bass playing, I was like, that's what I want to do right there. I knew I wanted to sing, because I always sang as a little kid, but the first bass lick, 3 people, my friend David Cohen, this guy Timmy Ross from my neighborhood, who I bought my first bass from, and this kid Kevin Chorney. My first time I bought a bass. A week later, I played a concert, and I played like a gig. And like we played like I Want to Be Sedated by the Ramones and Freebird by Leonard Skinner and You Really Got Me from Van Halen and some Hendrix and some Stones and The Who. We played My Generation. Obviously I wasn't playing it right because I still can't play it right. But you know, I liked the bass because it was like you had to have the balls. It was like the ball, like if a band is a human body, the bass is the balls, and it dictates a lot of what happens. It's the link from the rhythm to the melody, and it has to be in two places at once. And it seems very simple, and it's simple to be a bass player and play along. But if you really know how to play the bass, you make it happen. The bass player is the unsung glory of every great band.
Someday I hope to rise above material chains which hold me down. Hold me down. Turn my anger into love. Keep my feet planted on the ground. On the ground. Time to statements to shine begging. Misconceptions about being a man. Please maintain none of the question. Live the truth and not give.
I seek the truth, whatever that may be. I seek the answers to questions. Please God help me.
So look at people and see no color. Vision clear prejudice or spite. Treat people just like my brother. Be the brain with all my might. All my might. Learn to let go all my tears. Learn to embrace all my fears. Turn for faith, humility. While the battle set me free.
I seek the truth, whatever that may be. I seek the answers to questions. Please God help me.
Here we go. Moving.
Salvation,
From society.
damnation.
Have mercy on me.
So many lives I told, so many lives I sold. So far away from who I am, I never understand. So many things I regret, so many things that I like. Take me away from myself, too late to take a back. Salvation,
From society.
damnation.
Have mercy on me.
So many dreams I had, so many lives I lived, so many friends I say goodbye forever. So many times I wish, so many times I dream. Do it again, I swear I never.
In my quest to uncover the truth, deepest wound get left behind. And I seek serenity for the war inside my mind.
I seek the truth, whatever that may be. I seek the answers to questions. Please God help me. I seek the truth, whatever that may be. I seek the answers to questions. Please God help.
Monty Connor from Roadrunner calls me one day and says, "Hey, do you know who my wife is?" I said, "No, I don't." He said, "She's an attorney who represents actors. She represents 2/3 of the main stars on Oz. Her name is Kelly Conner. She represents Lee Turks and Chris Maloney, Eamon Walker, Harold Perrineau. The list went on and on. He said, "Do you believe that they called me and want to come to your concert at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City?" I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." We reserved a big balcony box for them. After the concert, we all hung out. Dean Winters approaches me and says, "Dude, you should be on this show. You look so prison." I guess that's the first time it was a compliment in my life, you know. But me and Dean hung out all night. We stayed out a full all-nighter after hours, saved the robots, Avenue B. We ended up at Tom Fontana's office on No Sleep. Tom Fontana, who created shows like, you know, not Law and Order, Homicide, Life on the Street, Hill Street Blues, and shit like that. Tom Fontana gave me a shot, man. He gave me a script. Said, "Check this out. This is on Friday." He said, "Come down Monday morning and let's see what you can do with this." I figured it was an audition. I threw a big party on Friday night. I studied with a coach on Saturday. I went on Monday morning and went no audition. I walked right in. It was the show. My heart was skipping beats, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And
wow.
Louis Guzman said, "Oh shit, bro, do you like that, Holmes?" He walked me outside the room. He goes, "Hey, Holmes, this is you right here, sink or swim."
This song's about the black cloud that hangs over all of our fucking heads every fucking day, dealing with that fucking nasty disease called
Time to step up and receive your motherfucking punishment. Let's go! I question not me, it only happens to others. I can't deny reality as life gets smothered. In the land, the in between, maybe you can tell me better what it all means. You make a bit of mixture of the whole thing.
Lockdown, I gotta get it out. A pending doom, a cloud above my head. Why me? I think that is about my mud and my better off dead. Find hope for all my sin.
I'm burning guns to my mind, heavy full of pity for all. You make the heavy move loud, somebody's head.
Feel death, I am the one. Control me, I'm the corner always done.
Punish me!
But I got nothing no wrong in my eyes. Really make the point.
Final fate for the human race. Guilty punishment for all my sins. Thanks a lot, yo.
Part of why I love working with Terra you know, we run our own adult company, TerraVision, in the adult industry is that it's pornography in America is really the last piece of media that's completely independent and devoid of control by corporate America. Movies, television, music. I'm sorry, you know what? You cannot in 2000 and anything be a completely independent band with your own label, your own promotion, without doing the payola to pay Clear Channel all the money to make your band big, play on the radio. You don't give you don't give someone at SFX a bunch of cash to put your band on all the big tours. It's not going to happen. I think it's starting to turn around now because MySpace I don't know if you've heard, MySpace just did a deal with Napster. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
Where bands are now going to be able to circumvent labels completely, and you can go find every band you like on a search on MySpace, and you can buy the song 79 cents a song directly from the bands. MySpace doesn't take any money from it. Napster doesn't take any money for it. You know, they'll make their money with advertising, kind of the way it should have been from the first place.
That's huge.
You know? It is huge because if you think about record companies, there are some record companies that do a lot of great things and help take bands and get them out there. And a lot of record companies are just parasitic. They make money from other people's blood and other people's, you know. Biohazard, our music was our blood and our art and our life, and fuck, you know, everybody else made more money on it than we did.
Want to thank all you motherfuckers for keeping this shit real for us and keep coming back and keeping underground hard music alive. And if you want Biohazard to come back next time, we're gonna come back. You want us to come back? Done. Keep your head up and hold your own. Everybody in the pit, let's go! Go! Move! Oh, ladies and friends, I take it to go. Oh, we're looking up, look out for number one. Look at you in check, never back down like a hard but down. Oh, wait, damn it, road! Peace, we'll see you next time with our brand new album, New World Disorder. Until then. In Europe, you remember, like, you know, Europe had the superior sound and monitor systems. And you remember that backstage in Europe, they always had this nondescript pork and cheese plate, you know, and, you know, America, I remember touring in America, you know, it was, you know, the communication with the groupies was always, you know, it was easy, but it wasn't as fun because it was like you could say, hey, you want to go to the back of the bus and have sex, you know. I really used to love, you know, being in Croatia with a girl who was like Nova from Planet of the Apes.
A whole lot of smiling and nodding the head.
You know, you could make a series of clicks with your tongue. You know, you could do some kind of weird thing. You know, you know.
She knew it. She knew it was
but,
up.
you know, the universal language really speaks to itself. You know, no matter where you go in the world, you know, people knew what to do when the music started. You know, people knew to slam, to mosh, to stage dive. You know, sometimes we had to help them along with their safety issues. You know, around the world. You know, if you're in a band, girls go out and have sex with you just for being in the band. You know, you don't got to be that good looking. You just got to be cool.
Did you ever show up to a show, some God knows where, and it just wasn't happening. Like nobody else knew about the show. Nothing was going on.
Yeah, you know what? There were those mismatched evenings, you know, on the early Biohazard tours where, you know, we just weren't famous yet.
Yeah.
We were coming to our first promoter in Europe, Johan Desmacher, which in Flemish means messmaker. Didn't speak a lick of English, and he was our tour manager, and he would drive around Europe, and he would never ask for directions, and he had a map. We got lost every fucking day. We were late to every show. We had the greatest time. We opened up for Monkey Pup in 1989 over Europe, and then we came back headlining. We took a band called Wargasm opening for us. Best band name ever, Wargasm. I remember, you know, some nights there was, you know, 20 kids at the show. Some nights there were 10 people. And some nights there was 1,000. You know, there was no way of predicting it. But there was a lot of those times, you know, every tour had the one fiasco where, like, the posters were misprinted and they said we were playing on Thursday, but it was Tuesday, so nobody was there. And, you know, it was Biohazard and Puppet Show. You know, we showed up, we played at a castle in Austria, like in Linz, in the middle of nowhere, and we were opening up for Blue Cheer, who wrote Summertime Blues, and it was at the Vienna Cultural Center, so there was like grandparents and parents and people with lederhosen on, and like there was nobody there who was into what we were doing. But the thing about our life experience is that open-minded people came out to see what was. Someone from America is coming here today. We're going to see what you know. They got turned on to what we did, and then ended up, you know, getting a Biohazard tattoo, shaving their head, and, you know, living a life. You know, if I could sum up everything that we're talking about here in a quick minute, I would have to say that, you know, Biohazard, like the word Biohazard means like dangerous to life. And it's a warning symbol, and I think that we were trying to point out the warning signs, but the pitfalls of life through our own experiences, about our experiences with drugs and violence and peer pressure and emotional and spiritual vacancies and things that we grew up with in the world that we wanted to share our plight, 'cause we didn't know any other way. We didn't know how to cry. We only knew how to scream, and people relating to what we did. It was the most therapeutic, greatest journey of my life, and you know, just from the bottom of my heart, from my brothers in Biohazard, I just want to thank you guys for all the great years and all the love and all the respect. Right back at you, down for life.
It's your last chance to dance to Biohazard. Hold on. Do it again. You see our hands? Give it up, yo! Give it up, yo! Give it up, yo! Give it up! Step to the rhythm of the Brooklyn Band. I will not back down. Hold my own. I stand my ground. You will not break me, motherfucker. My belief is my word. Can you see that? Blessings, one love. We're Biohazard, New World Disorder.